My life as a train robber, I got some very interesting and amazing things off the train at Silver Dollar City, but I also got several things I really wish people hadn't given me. So during my life of crime at Silver Dollar City as one of the train robbers on the Frisco Silver Dollar Line, I had a great time. We had a lot of fun interacting with the guests on the train, telling the stupid jokes, playing a couple of bumbling dimwits, and just had a ball. Most people really got into the train robbery, and they would have a lot of fun with the train robbers. They'd interact, they'd play, and they would give us stuff sometimes. Yes, we really did get money off of the train, along with other things. But some of those weren't so good. In fact, there were several things that we really wish people hadn't given us. So here is my top 10 list of the worst things I was ever given on the train at Silver Dollar City. Number 1, drinks. Yeah, sure, having somebody hand you a bottle of water or something might seem nice, but that's not how they gave it to us. Typically, if somebody gave us a drink, it was poured over our head. Ice? Yeah, not nice. When it actually had soda, somebody pouring a Coke over your head. Okay, not only is it wet, but now it's sticky and dirty and ugh, not cool, not refreshing at all. And then the worst was when they would pour hot drinks, like coffee and hot chocolate. Really, people? It makes a mess, fries your microphone, which is not a good thing. It's not pleasant. Number 2, half-eaten food. There were people that thought that it was fun to just discard their grunge on us, I guess. We had people that would give us fresh cookies and funnel cakes, wrapped candy, and stuff like that was great. We enjoyed when people had fun and would give us things like that. But when they're giving you a half-eaten cookie that's still slimy, when they're giving you the used nacho cheese from their pretzel, when they're giving you other half-eaten food, a smushed hot dog with the sauce dripping off of it, ew, gross. The worst, though, was when they would give you gum. No, not prepackaged gum ready for you to chew. No, gum straight out of their mouth, onto your hand. Oh, that just... Why do you do that? I don't want your spittle stuff all over my hand. And that's gross. It makes you want to pick it up and throw it back at them. But you can't do that, because you gotta have more class than they do. Ew. Ick. Yuck. And that leads me to number 3, trash. Some of them, I think that you are a flight attendant coming around in the middle of a plane with a garbage bag, because they're handing you their garbage, their food wrappers, their empty cups, their nacho cheese, their papers, or whatever else. And you're like, I'm not a trash can. I'm a person. I'm a robber. Ugh. Keep your trash to yourself. Wait till you get to the train station and throw it away in the actual, real garbage can. Don't give it to me. Okay, now there was occasionally times that they would give us something that was to be discarded that was funny, but most of the time, if it was trash, it was trash. It's not funny. And then if we didn't take it, they'd throw it off the train into the woods. Really? Come on. Number 4, a dirty diaper. You see a pattern here? Being a dad, I understand that when a baby goes, you don't want him sitting in the stuff. It's kind of gross to change him on the train, but I understand why parents do that. Carry around a trash bag, put the diaper in there, okay, and then you throw it away when you get a chance. Stuff happens, especially with babies. But when you take that dirty diaper and you hand it to somebody else, like the train robber, that's not funny. That's gross. Ew. I don't want your baby's poo. I really don't. It really makes you think that some people just don't have much going on upstairs when it comes to hygienics, germs, and bodily fluids. Ugh. Throw the diapers in the trash. Number 5, the baby. Yeah, not only did people give us the dirty diapers, which was gross, every now and then you'd actually have somebody actually pick their child up and hand them to you. Hold them out over the side of the train. Here you go, take my child. What are you doing? When you hand them out over the train between the top of the side rail all the way down, it's a 6 to 7 foot drop at times. And you're handing your child to a stranger and hoping that as you dangle them over the air that your child doesn't drop. Okay, I like to do crazy things with my kids, but I wasn't going to trust a stranger to grab my child. The other thing, too, is because of safety issues, if somebody gets off the train, we're not supposed to let them back on. We're supposed to have security come get them and escort them back. You really want to leave your child in the woods with a bunch of strangers? Keep your kids safe, especially when the child was old enough to know kind of what was going on. We'd have them hand us 3 and 4-year-olds, and the kids start screaming because mom and dad are handing them to the robber. And it's not funny to terrorize your child. Okay, I mean, I will admit, as a dad, there were times I like to jump scare my kids and stuff, but not something that was going to traumatize them. Ugh, keep your kids to yourself, please. We don't want them. And we're not going to babysit them in the woods. We're robbers, not sitters. Number 6, coins. Okay, yes, we're robbers. We want coins, but there's a certain way to give them to the robbers. There were some kids that they would get a little scared as we're coming by, and so rather than put the coins in our hand, they'd get a little scary and they'd toss them to us. Okay, I understand a child getting scared, and I understand people starting to take the robbery too seriously sometimes. But it wasn't just the kids. You would actually see adults take the coins and throw them. And not just toss them to our hand, I mean aim and... We had several times that we're ducking and dodging coins, and especially when they start throwing more than one, because they think it's funny to hurt the robber. I got cut on my cheek one time, got cut on my head. One of my friends, best train robber ever, Rick Horde, got a big old cut on his cheek from somebody throwing a quarter, because they thought it was funny. So let me tell you what happens to people who think that throwing coins and projectiles at the robber is cool. What happens when they do that, if they don't stop, or if we get hurt, we let the conductor on the train know. And then as soon as the train pulls out, we're on the radio up to the station and letting security know. So that way you get to meet our friend up at the station in their nice fresh uniform, and you're going to get a special walk, or at least a very serious talking to about why that's not cool. Because it's not. If you're going to give the robbers money, give them the money. Don't be throwing it at them. That makes you a jerk. Number 7, a twisted arm. Yeah, I had this guy one time that he just thought he was cool. Older guy, had to show how tough he was. So as I'm robbing, I've got my arm out, again, keeping my distance. He reaches out and he grabs my wrist. Okay, sir, I'm married. I really don't want to hold your hand. I think I actually used the line kind of like that on him. But he then squeezes. And then he begins to twist. And he won't let go. And I'm like, sir, you're not being funny. Let go of my arm. And he twists some more with this wicked grin on his face. Yeah, nice, cool. It hurt. Sir, let go of my arm now. And this is in the PA system. I actually started to reach down to grab my gun so that I could take it and whack his hand because he wouldn't let go. I mean, this is like a minute of him twisting and squeezing, and he finally lets go as he realizes I'm getting ready to do something here. Seriously? Abusing people? What do you do to your family if you're doing this to a stranger out of humor? Really, dude? Get some help. That ain't cool. Number 8, spitting on the robbers. Okay, yeah, I talked about bodily fluids. This is just gross. Again, there's some people that think it's serious for some really dumb reason. I don't know why. Other people think this makes them cool, or machismo, or, you know, hey, I'm just tough. It's gross. It's not funny. They would actually rear up And you just knew it was coming, and so you learned to duck and dodge. But every now and then you get a group of guys that think this is funny, and you got several. No dodging that. We actually kept sanitary wipes in our break room just so we could wipe it off, because they think that's funny. It ain't funny. It's gross. You want somebody doing that to you, you're going to get ticked off. This is one of those deals, again, where I will have the class, I will have the respect, I won't haul off and punch you like you should be. But there were times, oh man. Number 9, a thrown punch. Okay, yeah, I just said that there were times I wanted to punch them, but we would have people throw punches at us. Now, again, there's some kids that would get caught up and they would think it was serious, and so, man, they're going to, try to hit that robber and scare him away. Understand, not cool. This is a good time for parenting skills. The problem is the parents thought that was funny. Look at Johnny trying to hit the robber. Come on, Johnny, hit him again. Hit him again. So what you're telling Johnny is that it is okay to hit people because you don't like them. So when their teacher does something that they don't like, now Johnny thinks it's okay to hit the teacher. When mom and dad do something he doesn't like, now it's okay for Johnny to hit them. Get a clue, people. Don't be teaching your child to hit, and don't teach them that they think that it's funny when they hit somebody. It's not funny, because then they grow up into the teens and adults who threw punches at us. Yes, we would have them think that they're going to be really cool and they're going to punch us. Again, this is why you rob this way with the distance. That's not funny. I got socked once. Usually I was really good about seeing it coming, because you could see them kind of rear their hand up and prepare, whatever, and you knew to step away and step around. But I got suckered once. Yeah, that was one I was definitely letting them know at the station, hey, this guy in this part of the train, he needs to go. Punching the robbers is not cool. Punching anybody is not cool. Don't teach your kids that. And number 10, the oxygen hoses on a tank. Yeah, but this isn't probably what you're thinking. This was an older lady. She's sitting in the back of the train. It was a day there weren't a whole lot of people, so she had a couple empty benches around her. She's sitting by herself, nobody there, and she's just kind of... You can just tell she was a grumpy old lady. Kind of felt bad for her. Until I got back to her. She's got her oxygen tank next to her. She's got her hoses feeding the oxygen. And as I come back, I don't even remember what I said. I think it was like, good afternoon, young lady, or something like that. She took those oxygen hoses and she whipped them right on my head. Twice. Wham! Wham! Let me tell you, when somebody whips those hoses, they hurt. Bad. Our conductor was actually coming around from the front of the train and saw me get whacked. And was just like, oh my goodness. I was stunned. And I was a little worried that I had actually had a concussion or something, or got cut open, because it hurt. And so we do the next part of the robbery, and I come up and he looks at me and, are you okay, or do I need to shoot that lady? Because that's how bad it was. Why on earth is she hitting me with this? I mean, it wasn't even in humor. She's scowling and angry the whole time. And is she mad that we stopped the train? Does she not know how to laugh? Can she not just shake her head or ignore me or something? But no, she's got to hit me with these hoses. I don't even know why. I had a headache half the day. I mean, I was taking medication and we were checking the head, and they actually called me on the radio. Do we need to have first aid come take a look? And no, there's no cuts or anything. It just hurts. Never understood. She didn't give him any answer at the station either. They got back to the station, and for a little old lady, apparently she was in a hurry, and she got off and she was gone before they could stop her and go, what were you doing? That was probably the worst. That's the 10 worst things I was given on the train as a robber. I'm sure other robbers can chime in with some of their stuff, and so hopefully some of them will. If you got something you've seen that a train robber at a park was given that was just bad, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Or something that's good. Give some good ideas. I'd love to hear those as well. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Don't forget to hit that like button. I also want to give a huge shout out to my patrons and my members. Thank you so much for your financial support. If you want to know more about that and helping make awesome videos happen, check the description below. There's all sorts of information there. Thank you so incredibly much for watching. God bless. Jump back a little bit. You see, there were those that seemed... No, actually, let's just keep going. Okay. Okay, it makes you think that some of them, I think you are... I'm totally out of order here. Alright. Because I had these things in order. I totally got this screwed up. Okay, so I got... How... Yeah! 3, 4... Okay. So, he finally did. I mean, this is like a minute of him twisting and screaming. Twisting and screaming. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to know about contact information, fan pages, merchandise, and more, please be sure to check the description below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to know when I have new ones, well, make sure you hit that subscribe button right up there. And if you want to see another one of my videos, well, I've got a great one for you right here. And a huge thank you to these wonderful people here who support me on Patreon and with YouTube memberships. They get behind the scenes information, special perks, and more. If you'd like to know more about that, well, make sure you check that button right there. Thank you so much.